Hello everybody, welcome to Starcraft 2 once again. My name is Hunt from You, but you knew that already. You may be wondering what we're doing back here. Well, I only did Wings of Liberty last time I did Starcraft 2. That was because I didn't own Heart of the Swarm because I can't remember if it wasn't out when I last did it. I don't know, my memory's a little bit bad. But I bought this when it got cheaper because I didn't really like how it was at first, but I've played it a fair bit now, and I feel may have misjudged it at first. But anyway, we're going to be starting from the beginning, and the way I'm going to be doing this is it's going to be sticking to the same difficulty as Wings of Liberty that I did, which is on hard, which I'm going to be honest here is not as difficult as it was before, but I'm doing it for more of, you know, what's that word? Just, you know, it's just going to be the same over and over. And along with that, I am going to be explaining stuff as I kind of go along, but at the beginning it's pretty holding your hand, so I probably want to explain that much at the beginning and let the game talk about it. So anyway, let's get going. As I said, this is going to be on hard. This is actually one of the games, like, even if you have minor experience, you could probably do it on brutal, because a lot of the little side objectives and stuff, well, actually a lot of the objectives that would get you to lose are pretty easy to avoid. Anyway, let's begin.
Armies will be shattered. Worlds will burn. Now at last, on this world, vengeance shall be mine. For I am the Queen of Blades.
Open the door, son.
Valerian's orders, sir. No visiting.
Open the door.
morning, Commander.
Junior.
Gentlemen, the test protocol will begin in 2 minutes.
Make the most of this test. It's your last one. Now give us a minute.
Very well.
We're getting out of here tonight, darling.
Good. Then we can go after Minsk.
Forget Minsk. Forget all of it. This is about you and me.
Until Minsk is dead, there can't be a you and me.
I moved heaven and earth to bring you back, Sarah. I can't watch you throw that away just for revenge.
Initiating test phase 2.
I never gave up on you, Sarah. Don't you give up on us.
Test phase 2 commencing.
What are you hoping to get out of these tests, Valerian? I told you, I don't remember anything about being the Queen of Blades.
We have to find out how much of the Zerg mutagen is left in your system. I appreciate your cooperation, Kerrigan.
Do you usually keep cooperative people in a containment cell?
When we know it's safe, I'll unlock your door myself. Now, can you reach out with your mind? Do you sense it?
A drone? Are you really asking me to take control of a Zerg mind? Do you know what could happen?
All the test subjects are in a secure environment. Okay, the next step. See if you can order the drone to mutate into a hatchery.
Yeah, this first mission is basically a tutorial. You can't lose this.
A hatchery is the central structure of a Zerg base. It spreads creep so that other structures can be built. The hatchery also produces lava, which you use to morph into more drones or other Zerg creatures. When you use lava, the hatchery will replenish them over time.
Okay, Kerrigan. I'm releasing more drones into the test chamber. See if you can order them to gather those resources.
Oh, okay, boss. So, this mission is quite literally very basic stuff. It just teaches you how Zerg work in general, with the hatchery and some basic units. Which is kinda sad, but they did leave an Easter egg in. Which I'll try my best to show, but if I fuck it up, I'm sorry.
You're doing well, Kerrigan. Can you morph more drones?
I need an overlord to morph anything else.
Do it then. One overlord shouldn't hurt.
Yeah, you say that. You say one
The
overlord.
Zerg use overlords to generate more supply. Your current supply maximum is displayed in the upper right corner of the screen, along with how much supply you are currently using. If you do not have enough available supply, you will not be able to morph a unit.
Yeah, so one thing I kind of want to make clear, hatcheries were changed a little bit so they can have more larvae. Valerian? Oh right, I didn't reach the mineral crab yet. I thought that was Valerian about to talk. Now he's going to talk.
Excellent. I plan to stop here, but let's take this a little further. Try mutating a drone into a spawning pool.
Okay, boss.
The spawning pool allows the hatchery to turn lava into Zerglings.
You know this is going to end badly, right?
We have a controlled environment.
Again, he says it's a controlled environment.
The spawning pool is finished. You should go down to the test chamber and inspect it.
I can see just fine from up here, thanks. I think that's all we need today, Kerrigan. Great work.
If you think that was great work, wait till you see this. I'll make some Zerglings.
No. Yeah, I'm going to explain the Easter egg a little bit here. And for it to work, you need
To
drones.
create Zerglings, left-click.
Yeah, the
Additional overlords required.
computer has a bit of a go at you if you don't do the objective immediately. So basically, to do this,
Now left-click on the Morph to Zergling button on the command card.
Adjutant, I am going to smack you if you keep this up. You see all these drones I'm making? Yeah, no, you don't need to do this. Unless you want to just be a little bit silly. I want a bad manner of Valerian for saying, oh, it's a controlled environment. I'll make the Zerglings in a minute, don't worry. I just wanted to get some starting drones.
Kerrigan, what are you doing?
Putting your controlled environment to the test.
I got a bad manner of drones, Valerian.
Stop! I didn't ask you to create Zerglings!
Funny thing about Zerg, Valerian, they never do what you expect.
Shut down the experiment. Get sentry bots in there to sanitize those holding cells. Lock down on the sublevel and power up the Eradicator. Nothing gets out!
Maybe if I destroy your pretty Eradicator, you'll learn you can't control the Zerg.
Now, this little Easter egg I'm talking about, what's glorious about it is that you don't have to do the entire mission with drones.
Those sentry bots are destroying the Zerglings in their pens. I can change that.
Right, first off, send all your drones back to make sure they've sent all our money, and send them to attack. I'll leave those two there, just to make sure we have a little bit of money left in case this goes awry. Because in order for this little Easter egg to work, I can't use Zerglings at all until a certain point.
I sense more Zerglings in holding pens. Valerian, you were very careless. Perhaps I'll free them too.
The good thing is, the Zerglings that come out of pens, they don't count.
Containment breach. Zerg specimens free.
Evacuate the scientists. Get all personnel out of there.
Here the drones. This is clearly going to get me killed, but I don't care. What one thing I should do is make sure I have my hatchery on notification on the hotbars. Sorry, it's been a while since I've called them by that proper name. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to pull back. The little sentry bots will follow, but I don't think they follow for good. Oh, they do. Attack! This is clearly gonna go wrong. As you can see. I could send these Zerglings out already, but I still want to do the Easter egg.
Not enough minerals.
So I might have to do a little cut, because... well, look at me right now. This is the one kind of issue with this Easter egg. If you kind of mess up a little bit and you run out of drones, you're going to be waiting a while. So if you see a jump cut, there's a reason.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
All I want to do is shiny Easter egg. Yeah. Get the money, just keep building. Actually, since I've just got a little bit of free time, since the computer isn't going to yell at me, I may as well explain some units in general. If you haven't ever played Starcraft before and you're kind of like skipping here, which I really don't understand why you would, because this is kind of like continuation of Wings of Liberty. But basically, from the starting units we have drones. There are harvesters. They're also used to make any building you require, and they can be used as a fighter, but that's only really in the early stages of the game. Then you get overlords, which were hilariously reduced to just supply depots that can move in the campaign. Seriously, they can't do anything but move around. And then you get Zerglings. These little guys are your melee units for the game. They aren't that strong, they have very little health, but they have a fast attack speed, and they are basically designed as kind of swarming unit. They can get around and basically end up surrounding a target so they can't move and slowly destroying it. You also get some pretty nice upgrades. And then you get stuff like the lava. These little guys right here are what you use to make units. The more hatcheries you have, the more lava you can have. So you kind of want to make sure you don't stick to one hatchery if you have multiple bases. Along with that, it's good to set them all into a control group like I have. Then you get the spawning pool. This is how you make Zerglings. The Zerglings are basically generic, as I said. Either way, we got a good enough force here. We're gonna do that attack again. This time, fortunately, the Easter egg isn't that far, and it's a very small Easter egg. I just want to kind of put in some little silly things. Like, it's not even that big, it's just kind of an alteration on some of the lines. But it's always kind of something, you know, it's nice to show. It was like, oh hey, you did something different, here, have a little Easter egg. Take this, you freaking sentries.
Kerrigan, call off your drones. You're attacking with drones. Kerrigan, this is not a game.
It never is with the Zerg.
Right, that was basically the Easter egg, yeah. I took so long to show it. Basically, that's all it is. It's just a simple little trigger that happens if you don't send Zerglings out of your hatchery. Basically, you don't send Zerglings out of, like, here. Because if you send them out of there, the Easter eggs kind of forfeit.
Not enough minerals.
It's a nice little joke. It's like, oh, what? It's like, oh, well, you're not taking this seriously at all. But all it really did was just add an extra line of dialogue. It wasn't that big of an Easter egg. I just wanted to show it off. They clearly took all the time it needed, didn't it, guys? I'm not an achievement, but I don't really care.
More Zerglings. Good. I can use them.
Yep, this is the little side objective for you. Literally, you just go for all the pens and you get all the little Zerglings.
Additional overlords required.
As for the little sentry bots, I basically consider them Marines if they suck. No, quite literally, that's it. That's all they do. They have around the health of a Marine, they have no armor, and they do less damage and have a slower attack speed of a Marine. Like, seriously, it's 5, and they have like a 1.2, 1.5 attack speed, which is about the same as a drone, so, you know, kind of put that in your mind. Whereas something like, oh, Zerglings, by the hand, attack less than a second fast. You know, every, like, 1.5 seconds they would attack twice. There is actually a lot of math which you can ignore in Starcraft. But, you know, it's kind of a whole pro scene.
Run! Damn it! Get all personnel off that level.
And now that we are just using our Zerglings now,
No more
there is no
personnel
need to fear.
remain on sublevel.
It's all out of control.
Containment door closed.
Basically, I've done this entire mission with drones just to see what would happen, and that one thing is the only thing that happens.
Automated gas defense activated.
That containment door won't open until I destroy those turrets.
Our little gas thing here. This first
That
mission,
gas is hurting my Zerglings.
as I said, this is literally just baby's first Starcraft mission. They just teach you the very
The
basics.
door's open. Now to destroy the Eradicator.
Which, in all honesty, I kind of felt they could have done like in StarCraft 2, where it is teaching you the basics. I mean, no, not just in StarCraft 2, this is StarCraft 2. In Wings of Liberty, where they are kind of teaching you the basics, but they did it in a sense where you're learning the basics while you're not being completely taught. It's like, it lets you learn the basics as you're playing the first mission of 2. So that you understand, like, base building and all that.
You have more Zerglings here. Well, they're mine now.
I mean, I understand why they kind of wanted to change it up to teach people, because the Zerg are a completely different race. Like, the Zerg are all about massive units and